Good afternoon, Athena the Witch 13 here. I hope everyone is doing well. I did do a quick course on a read, rather, on how to read tarot cards, and it's a course that's going to start. I would say I'm working on it now, so I'm going to say mid-September to December, mid-December. And it's going to be a course that is going to enable you to look at a card and know what that card means right away based on the very intricate colors and patterns on the card. Now, what I use is a right-away card deck, and I think that's the easiest one for beginners to learn with. Once you know the right-away deck, you can use any deck of cards. And I have an arsenal of cards, actually. Let's see. This one is Everyday Witch. Okay. I use that as well. Let's see what else I have here. Let's get this out over here. This is where I store it. It's really important to store your cards, in a nice place. I mean, if you don't have a box, that's fine. But you can put like some dark, I would say, cloth around it, or even one of these velvet sachets. Okay, that's good too. You just don't want to keep them exposed. Okay, so this one is the Halloween deck. Okay, you see it there? Okay. People like this around Halloween, So it goes. Let's see. What else can you see here? Yeah. So it has different, pictures and everything. People like that one around Halloween. And then there's also, let's see. This one I carry with me in my purse when I'm out because it's a Rider deck card, but it's mini. Because carrying the big cards with you can be encumbersome. So basically what you have here is the Rider deck. Okay, this card here, let me give you a quickie on this one. Where is it? Because a lot of people ask me, what does this card mean? Okay, all right, got it? Okay. You look at the card, okay, let's see, right there. All right. What you see is 7 chalices. Okay. Now, if you look closely enough, you'll see that in each chalice, there's something different. Okay. And then you say, well, who's this person in black looking at all these chalices? Okay. Well, that person is the querent, the person for whom you are doing the reading. And the black usually signifies negativity, protection, confusion, sorrow, deceit, a lot of things. Not being able to make up your mind, which is what this card is doing right now. It looks like the querent is overwhelmed with the choice of chalices before the person. So what the card is really saying is make a choice. Prioritize which chalice you want. And each chalice could really represent your home life, your job, your romantic life, okay, financial. And so once you prioritize what you need to think about and address, then all the other cards, okay, all the other chalices, may I say, will fall into place. It kind of reminds me of when I was a kid, there was a candy store across the street. And the owner's name is Gus, and I used to love to go in there every day and buy candy. Well, there was a set budget, you know. I was this kid in the candy store looking all over the place and going, "Oh my God, what do I get today? I think I like the red shoelaces. No, maybe I'll take the licorice shoelaces. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll take the dots on the candy strip. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll take the cherry chocolate candy. Maybe, yeah." And it was just such a variety of candy to take. But once I made up my mind, then I was like, okay, well, tomorrow I'll come back and I'll get maybe the chocolate shoelace instead. Okay. But that overwhelming decision that you have to make, and this could be for any situation where you have multiple things presented in front of you, and you're like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. What do I do? Blah, 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 blah. Choose the one that's the most important thing that you have to address, and then all the rest will fall into play. So when you do a spread, this is just one card, but when you do a spread, obviously you're looking at the big picture. Where does this card fit in with the rest of the cards in the layout here? So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to go through every card so that you can get a quick message of what that card is going to say. And then we're going to do a spread. We're going to lay out the cards and we're going to see where the cards are situated and what story you can paint that you see in those cards. Now, I work very intuitively when I read my readings. Before I do any reading, I center myself and I ask for divine guidance. I ask for the universe to help me in the reading, that it may be for the good of the person that I am doing the reading for. And I have never really had a reading where it was bad. I've had readings, for example, where it showed kind of an illness maybe taking place. And I'm a very, what they call a medical intuitivist. When I used to have my own office, I would do swiping of the entire body to just get the negativity off, and then I would center my hands and energies from the head down, and I would feel for where the disconnect was, and then and if I saw, for example, a tan or brown spot on the body someplace, I knew that there was something that the patient that I was working on needed to go and find out with her doctor about. Now, it may not be much of anything, and it may be something, I was doing a reading. Actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't a reading. I was doing a massage on a patient who had been coming to me for prenatal massage during her pregnancy. And then she came back 6 weeks after the pregnancy, and she brought the baby. And I offered her a free infant massage. So, and I'm a firm believer in that this can really help the baby calm down. Okay. And not only in infancy, but if you keep on doing this, you get a much easier going child to deal with, you know. And the child looks forward to this. So that's another thing. But anyhow, I'm going over her chest area and I see this brown spot and I feel it. There's a lump. I didn't like this. And I knew where the lump was. And so what I said to her was, you need to go and see a doctor and find out what's going on here, because you were coming to me during your whole pregnancy and that lump was not there. Okay. I said, let me know. Well, she did. Actually, she didn't let me know. Her husband did. Very upset. Um, it was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But by the grace of God and all the prayers and all the work that was being done, um, she beat it and went on to have another child and is doing well today. So sometimes you can detect these things early on, and so that the patient can, address it, go to the doctor and find out what it is. I've had other situations where I would be reading a card and I would all of a sudden get a feeling that there was something going on here. And then I would look up at the person that I'm reading the card for and I would see an aura. And the aura was murky and it was tan, brown, black. And I'm thinking, oof. Now, this one particular person was a big smoker. Okay. And I can tell you that I am not. So therefore, I smell smoke right away. And this smoke just oozed out of her pores. It's just like someone who likes, Italian food, like a lot of garlic and onions. And I'm one of those people. But mine doesn't ooze out the pores like some people. Some people, you say, oh, if you're going to have that, stay away from me because it's smelling. Okay. It's oozing out. And apparently, this was the issue, that there was this aura and this scent. And knowing that she had been a smoker for X amount of years, I wasn't comfortable with that. So, and then there was a cough that she had that didn't sound like a regular cough to me. And it was kind of like a choking cough, And I said, yeah, you need to go and have a look at this, okay? She says it's allergies. I says, I don't think so. She said, well, what do you think it is? I said, that's not for me to say. I'm just saying that I don't like the way it sounds. Okay. And this is what I'm getting. And so better be safe than sorry. Go have it checked out. Well, she waited. She didn't go right away. But then when she did go, because the coughing got so bad, she couldn't control it at all, she went. And she came down with small cell lung disease. So, which is a harder cancer to treat. I don't know how she's doing. I haven't seen her. Prayers go with her. I know that the last time she was in a heavy course of chemo, and it was not always pleasant, but I don't know anything else at this point. So she's in my prayers. I hope all is well. Sometimes you'll get people that they don't want to hear this, okay? And it's understandable. It's a shock to the system. But I'm the type of person, and I know not everyone's like me, trust me. I'm the type of person that, oh, that's what you see? I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to fix this right away. I'm not going to, sit on it. And there are other people like an ostrich, bury their head in the sand and don't want to confront it, don't want to know. Everybody's different, and you can't change a person's destiny if they don't want it. Okay. You can only give them the information that you see from the card. And with me, it was not just the card, it was also what I saw. around her in the aura. Um, so, in the course of the tarot reading, I will also interject the auras. I will also interject what crystal goes with what card in the tarot, what herb goes with the card, what candle color goes with the card, what its strengths are, what its weaknesses are, etc. Even numerology. So you'll get an understanding to encompass all of this when you give a reading. It won't be a 15-minute reading that is like, ugh, okay? It'll be an in-depth 15-minute reading where you're really going to get something out of it for the person that you're doing the reading for. So it's very important that you understand what each card means. Like my grandmother and my mother used to read the cards in the, the plain playing deck cards, the one with the hearts, the clubs, the what was it, the diamonds and the spades. And I never really cared for those. Okay. They didn't say much to me. But I learned that, the heart was the cups. I learned that the clubs was the wand, that the spade basically was the sword, and that the diamond is the pentacle. Okay. But it still didn't mean much to me. When I look at the Rider-Waite deck here, I look at pictures that are so incredible, They show you the sky. They show you what's down yonder. They show you how the person is dressed. They show you the colors close to the body of the person. What does that mean? This young man is in an armor, and he is riding with his baton, his wand, going in the wrong direction. He's focusing on the past. Okay. So there's something in his past that still bothers him, that he's dealing with now and needs to confront. Okay. This one here has 1 foot in water, which is a little turbulent, and 1 foot on the ground. And it's got that big star, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars around it. Okay. So what this card is saying is that this young man, or it could be a woman, okay, are dealing with certain emotional issues. Level-headed because 1 foot is on the ground, and they're trying to resolve what the issue is, or what the issues are. Could be more than one. There are 7 stars. But the fact that there's a big bright star, okay, is giving information on how to go about resolving the situation. Okay, so that's that one. This one here is the magician. Okay, now the magician has everything he needs. He's got that wand in his hand, he's got that chalice on the table, the sword, the cup, the pentacle. Okay, he's got everything. So he can make things happen. Okay. And another thing that I want to say, you don't have to have a sword, an anatomy. You don't have to have a chalice. You don't have to have all these props that you want when you do a spell. Now, having said that, if you look at a Catholic mass, the priest goes in there, and what does he do? He puts on his garment. Okay. He has everything he needs on the altar. And as he's invoking the divine, he is taking the energy of the members of the church that are there to bring about fruition the consecration of Christ. Well, think about it. That's what witches do. We cast a spell and we call in the four quarters. Okay, some people don't call in the four quarters. They just have a mantra, maybe, or words that they want that they've made up that come to them, and it's in with their intent. And so is it in church when the priest actually does the mass. He has an intent to bring about the consecration of this host with the energy of the church members. So every solitary witch who does his or her spells, okay, brings the intent, which is very important to accomplish the deed that they want, okay, and focuses on that. And like I said, they'll have some kind of phrase that means something to them that they will say. I could say, for example, if it's a money spell, I could say, money grow, money flow, money comes easy to me. Okay. And you say that 3 times. Okay. That's just an example. But the cards also tell you, for example, there's a card, for example, this is a chalice. Okay. There's a hand from the universe. And a lot of people think it's God's hand, and that's fine, whatever thought you think it is. And the chalice, okay? And what is it saying is that this is a new beginning for romance, a new beginning in your life, opening the doors for uh, a nice situation, okay? So, and you'll have that in the pentacles as well. Remember that financial, okay? All right. And this is what they call all of them, all the aces are beginner cards. Okay. So we have that. And then this card here is the Tower card. Now, people usually fret when they see this in a reading. And what it means is we've kind of told you that you need to look into things and you haven't been doing it. Slow down. You're working too much. You're not resting. You're burning the candles at both ends, but you're not hearing what's being told to you. So the universe takes it upon itself to make you listen. And that could be creating an accident. And where now you're laid up and you have to take care of yourself. Okay. You have to rest. Okay. You have to eat better. Okay. To get your strength back. So this card is telling you that an abrupt change is coming. You're not going to like it, but it's necessary. So it's a warning card. Okay. Slow down. Take better care of yourself. Okay. Because if you don't, the universe is going to make you. Okay. This card, for example, Devil card. If you looked at the card closely, okay, all right, what it says here is that there are 2 people, male, female, and they have chains around their neck. But if you look at the chains around the neck, they're loose. They're not tight. Okay. And usually this card deals with some kind of addiction. It could be alcohol. It could be food. It could be sex. Okay. Drugs, whatever. And what it's saying is these 2 people have a choice. They could stay in their addictive mode, or they can remove the chains, get help, and get back on the right track. So it's all up to them, okay, to make that decision. So it's not really a bad card. It's telling you it's up to you. Make the decision. You want to stay that way, or you want to start living, again. This card here is a person dressed in black, mourning a loss of love, of a relationship that just was not going to be. Okay. And if you look at it, there are 5 cups. 3 of them are on the ground, and there are murky waters in the back, turbulent waters, and 2 cups standing. The 3 cups on the ground are saying, yes, it's over. You know, it's better that it's this way. But there's 2 cups standing up. And that means while it's going to take time for you to grieve and get over your loss, it's not the end. Okay. You need to move forward. And you will. You will find someone who will appreciate you better, someone who was the right person for you to begin with. You know, we all fall in love and we get married, some of us at a young age. Some of us never find the right partner. Some of us did find the right partner and through illness lost that partner. Or people sometimes stay married for years and then all of a sudden say, what are we doing to ourselves? Why don't we just go our separate ways, stay friendly, cordial, but let's let both of us get on with our lives because we're really not made to be together. Okay. And that's a nice way to go about it. Unfortunately, there are not such nice ways to go about it. And it hurts the children if there are any, and it's a mess. But that's what the cards say. They they tell you if you're in a good relationship, every relationship has ups and downs. Don't get me wrong. Okay. And it's up to you to actually make the decision as to what you want. You want to grow in this relationship because there is a possibility, but you guys just, because of being busy trying to grow a family, trying to make your situation financially, strong. Um, Maybe he's working too much and you're never seeing him because you're busy at home taking care of the kids, or you could be the one shouldering the raising of the children, the job, helping out with the bills, and he's working. So it gets in the way of 2 people having time to spend together to nourish their relationship. So sometimes you just have to sit down and say, what are we doing to ourselves? We can do better than this. If the love is still there, you'll find it. And if it's not, you'll know it. Okay. And sometimes the cards will show you this. Okay. So that's why I love tarot. Okay. Now, this card here, and we'll go through all the cards, but this card here, when you see it, you go, oh my God, this guy's got 10 swords in his back. It's terrible. What you see is that in the background, the sun is coming up and pushing all that darkness away. That means whatever the situation was, because swords means strife, means grief, means difficulty, problems, okay? Whatever the situation was, it's going to get better because now the sun is pushing all that negativity away. So, again, these are cards. Some people look at it and go, you know, this one here. Now, this person's sitting under a tree and he's ignoring that there's a cup being offered to him. Okay. He's just not with it. He's got 3 of the cups standing up, but he's not paying attention. Okay. He's in his own world. Not a good place to be right now. Okay. So usually when I pull this card, it's because this person has a lot to deal with. A situation involving a relationship, that isn't going the way they want it to go and has to make a serious decision. And so he doesn't want to hear anything about anything. He just wants to be left alone to try and sort out what's going on in his heart and his mind. Okay. So he needs a time to pull back and reflect. That's what that one means. Okay. The Hermit. Okay. That's my card. Everyone has a card. Okay. So, like the Hermit, I like to retreat into my witchy room because that lantern there, that's my light in this room. Okay. And of course, I put my incense going and my candles going and things like that. Just to come and unload, reflect on how my day has been. You know, I deal with dying people. And right now I'm dealing with a personal situation that doesn't look very good. Not for myself, but for my husband. So I have to stay strong. Okay. And so I retreat sometime during the day or evening into my witchy room and I reflect. And I ask the powers that be to look down on my husband and keep him going. Okay. I don't know what it holds. As a hospice nurse, I know certain things. Okay. But I never, ever give up hope on my patients because you never know. You're not God. Okay. You don't know what the universe has in store. So keep positive. Okay. Realistic at the same time, although that's sometimes hard, but necessary. And go on with your life. Okay. So that your loved one can go on with theirs. So the Hermit here lets me come here in this room and unwind and just be with my cat. Mm-hmm. She's actually washing her face right now. She's adorable. And she gives me a lot of solace. I'll be sitting here at the computer and she'll jump down from her couch and she'll come and kind of nudge me and say, you know, Mommy, I'm here. I'm here for you. Which is cute. Then, of course, I have my 4 beasts outside, my lambs. And they're all laying down outside the door here, waiting for me to come out. And they work, but they take my mind off of what I'm going through personally. So find what it is that helps you get through the day and go with that. And that's why every day pull a card, you know, and try to figure out what that card is saying to you. Okay. I always feel that that's the best way to start. But like I said, I'll be doing this course mid-September, mid-December. Okay, we'll finish. And we'll incorporate all these wonderful things so that you, in turn, can understand what a reading is like and what it can do for you or the people, your loved ones. And then, you know, as you get acquainted with the situation, you can practice on your loved ones, you know, your friends. And the more you practice, stronger you're going to get at it, you know. Some people catch on quickly. Some people, it takes a little bit more time. But, you know, it's wonderful. Let's see. Is there anything else there? You can find me on YouTube if you have any questions. And if you would like to take the course, I'll give out more information as the days go by. Where'd she go now? Oh, there she is. Here's my girl. What you doing? Hmm? What you doing, baby girl? Hmm? Yeah, you want to go to the window? You do? You want to go to the window? It's here, mommy. Come here. Come here. Come on. People want to see how cute you are. Come on. Come on. Oh, you're heavy. You're heavy. Okay. Okay. Can you see? Can you see my girl? Yeah. That's my girl. That's my girl. Hello, sweetheart. Yep, that's my Misty. That's my Misty girl. Mm-hmm. Is my good girl. Yes, she is. She keeps mommy company. She purrs, right, miss? Right? You want to go to the window again and see the birdies? Is that what you want? Okay. Mommy, I'll put you back on the window over here. There you go. Okay? There you go. Good girl. All right. Mm-hmm. So let me know what you think. If you would like to join the course, I will give more direction as we go along the way. But I think you'll like it. So blessed be to all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday and be safe and brightest blessing to everyone. Bye bye now.